So this is how men view relationships. It's going to be hard to listen to because of the verbiage, but the the whole idea behind what he's saying is actually true. This is how men view relationships, sadly. And a reason why is because they listen to men like him. This is like the shit your uncle is telling you and your granddaddy is telling you. And it causes this divide because the information that women get from their, elders, like the elder women in their community, is significantly different. It's way more about, becoming a better person, self-improving, becoming the best version of yourself, whatever, whatever, whatever. And then the little boys and the young men are getting this information. So it just it's driving a wedge between us.
When she win, you lose. Y'all both ain't winning. Don't buy that shit. That's the cap that they want you to believe. Oh, I want a man that's sensitive. I want a man to be honest with me. Stop the fucking cap. You buy into that shit, bro.
Exactly. So when you try to tell a man, when a woman tries to tell a man, I should say, I want a man that's sensitive, you know, Ralph Transvan said she need a man with sensitivity, by the way. But anyways, when women tell us what they want from us, there is a man like him coming up right behind that woman saying, she lying, dude, it's cap. Now look at this man. Look at this single, bitter, lonely man spitting and screaming and yelling into his phone, telling however many people want to listen to him that woman doesn't actually want you to be sensitive. She doesn't want you to be caring. She doesn't want you to be kind. Like, who doesn't want that? Men want that from women. That's what we want from women. We just don't want to give it to them. Saying that women don't want that from us is fucking crazy. It's the dehumanization of women for me, because that's all you doing. Like, you're acting like women are robots, right? And also you're projecting because men just don't want to be sensitive. And men actually, what we do is we take the vulnerabilities of women and use it to manipulate them. So he's just saying women want to do the same thing to you that we do to them. And he's saying that's why he's saying both people can't win in a relationship. So I'm going to be the winner. I'm going to do it before she does it to me. He's just trying to rationalize and justify the way that men treat women. That's all he's doing right now.
She looking for a man she can control. She looking for a man that she can manipulate. She looking for a man that she can pussy whoop. That's who the fuck she looking for. Don't even play. Don't even play. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Bro, how many baby? I don't care if she your baby mama, how many kids you have. I don't give a fuck. How many years? I don't care if you grew up with the junior high and elementary with her. Stop playing with me. Real shit, real nigga shit on that. I'm over here. Fuck going on around here. Shit. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
That's the noise he gonna make when he dying alone. When you on his deathbed in hospice, that's the noise he gonna make.
On some real nigga shit. Ain't no two winners. It's win and lose. Somebody gonna win in a relationship. Somebody got to fucking lose, bro. And if you don't figure that shit out now, and if you don't figure that shit out in advance, if you don't figure that shit out at the beginning, you don't figure that shit out in the middle, if you don't figure out that shit right in that relationship, boom, and you wait to the end, you will have this. We got winners and we got losers. Let me be transparent. I don't care what your girl been telling you. I don't care what your husband been telling you, what your wife, your baby, your boo, your shorty.
I don't care what the person you're actually in the relationship has been telling you. Listen to me. Somebody who doesn't know you or them. I'm telling you that whatever they're saying is wrong.
Your baby daddy, your baby mama, when it comes to love and it comes to relationship.
It looked like his teeth was itching. Y'all seen that? Look, he scratched his teeth. I ain't never seen a nigga scratch his teeth before.
Your baby daddy, your baby mama, when it comes to love and it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriage, there's winners and there's losers. Somebody got to win and somebody's going to lose. Because if you look in history, because at my age, I've realized this and come to this conclusion. I've had this epiphany, this revelation, that when you hear people.
No, you didn't. When? At what age did you have this epiphany? Shut up.
People, why is it at the end of every relationship, somebody feels like a winner and somebody feels like a loser?
I'll tell you why. The person that was getting abused oftentimes feels like a loser. Oftentimes. They feel like a loser because they feel like for a long time. I don't know how long, but they often feel like a loser initially because it it's hard for them to they haven't processed everything that they went through, right? They just got out of the relationship. It's it's still raw, it's still new. They're processing the information. They feel like where did they go wrong? They're going to blame themselves a lot. But as time goes on, they'll realize that they were better for leaving the relationship. They'll be content with their decision. They won't have any or many regrets. But when you flip that around, the abuser initially will feel like they won. They'll feel like, oh man, yeah, I'm free. Let me go find me another one to get on, right? And then once they get that, that new victim, or I'm sorry, in the midst of getting that new victim, even when they get them, they'll start to process things. And the law, especially if they don't actually get a new victim in between, if that's taking longer than expected, they'll start to really regret the fact that they lost their previous victim. They won't actually be like, oh, I need to be better, I need to change it. They'll just regret getting caught. That's usually what it is. They just regret getting caught. You know what I'm saying? Or regret, I should say. They just regret getting caught. Like they don't actually regret the decisions they made, their actions, or anything like that. So ultimately, the abused feels like a winner, quote unquote, because they feel like, okay, it wasn't me. I'm happy. I'm healthier now. Thank goodness I left that relationship. And did I say the abuser? The abused feels like that. And then the abuser feels like in the end, damn, that's the one that got away. Oh, you never forget your first love. Da, 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 da. That's usually what happens.
Tell me the truth. Every relationship that has ended that you've been in, somebody felt like a winner and somebody felt like a loser. Come on now, don't fool me now. I know I've been in some relationships and I felt like I came out with the short end of the stick. Like I got played, like I got used, or I found out later on in the relationship that she didn't care as much as I did. Damn.
Doubt it.
How much money did I lose? How much time did I lose? How much?
Thinking about exactly. I already know what type of person you are. You're thinking about how much money you lost? Why? Why would that be? I've never thought about the money I spent on a woman after we broke up. Like never in my life have I ever thought about how much money I spent on a woman. And you know what? That might be a lie. I have thought about how much money I spent before, and I remember thinking at one point in time I didn't spend enough money. And then and not to say that I was like trying to like woo her with money, but I'm just saying like I felt like I could have been more generous. Like I could have done more, or not even that, to be honest with you. It was more I wished I could have spent more money, like I didn't have enough money to spend. That's usually the regret that I have in the end of or the regrets that I've had in the past. I ain't dated in damn near 20 years, but when I was in my early 20s, because I really didn't have any money. And I really wished that I could have like, really showed the women, with money to some extent. Because I did show them with who I was, because they liked me. Don't get me wrong. They spent money on me most of the time. But it wasn't that. It was, I wish I could have showed them how much I really liked them by doing nice things for them. Because spending money on a woman is the easiest thing in the world for me to do. Like I literally can't think of anything easier for me to do. Like if I have money, I'm going to spend my money on my wife, or on even my family, my cousins, my mom, my brother, my kids. Like that's easy. It's the spending time with them, being intentional. You know what I mean? Listening, being engaged. That's harder for me. I'm real easy to just go into a bubble, be selfish and be self-centered or whatever. That's the struggle. That's what I'm like. Those are the demons I'm fighting. Spending money, never. I've never that you question how much money you spend. You were doing it to manipulate her. You were doing it in hopes of buying her affection. That's why you regretted it. Like, oh, see, I didn't even get back anything on my investment. You felt like spending that money was an investment. You thought you were going to get something back. Not that you just wanted to show her how much you liked her and loved her. No. You were hoping, okay, for every dollar I spend, I should be able to get back 3.
Like I got played, like I got used, or I found out later on in the relationship that she didn't care as much as I did. Damn. How much money did I lose? How much time did I lose? How much disrespect did I put up? Dead ass. When a man wins, he getting to the money. You get to the money, you're going to get the pussy. You get to the money, you're going to get the throat. You get to the money, you're going to get the attention. Just see, she figured that shit out, and nobody won't fucking tell you. And people jumping on these fucking social media talking about a whole lot of other.
They're literally, that's all men are saying. What do you mean people won't tell you that? You are saying the same thing. I bet you if you give me 2 seconds, I'll pull up 4 videos of men telling other men, go get the bag. Don't chase the girl, chase the bag. Like I could pause. I'm not even gonna do it because everybody knows it can be done. I could pause my video. I'll go on TikTok right now. I'll go on YouTube right now. I'll go on Reddit right now. I'll go on Instagram right now. And on each platform, I'll find 5 videos of men saying that to other men. What the fuck is you talking about? Ain't nobody saying that. You're not saying anything original.
Irrelevant bullshit. They all bought into the majority rules and the status quo and the hive mind and the fucking matrix, and they jump on here wasting our fucking time. That's why you said where I've been over here talking about cooking about some real shit. I've been over here doing that popping my shit on some, you feel me, on the dead ass, bro. Fuck that. She on that. I'm on that. Feel me? Shit. She want the paper. I'm trying to get to the paper. Dead ass on bro. She trying to play me. I'm trying to play her. She trying to finesse me. I'm trying to finesse her.
What women are you dealing with? Why are you dealing with these women? It's so easy to not find these women. If you're dealing with a woman that's just trying to quote unquote use you for your paper, you are deliberately seeking these women out. This is not easy to find. It's way easier to find just like a regular woman. I don't know about for you. You know what I'm saying? It looked like your teeth trying to run away from your mouth. The motherfuckers keep trying to escape. I don't know what the fuck going on, but it's crazy. But it's so easy for the average man to find like a woman that's like not trying to use him. Because what the fuck do we have anyway? My nigga, you got a goddamn elliptical machine in your living room. Like you ain't got no money. You got a goddamn elliptical machine in your living room. Are your ceilings, is that popcorn on your ceiling? Your light fixture is from 1993. You ain't got no money, man.
Women get so. I'm trying to lay somebody up. You got to make these money moves. You making coochie moves. You making hot tui moves. You making moves. You making, bro. You on the.
He just said right now, get to the money and you gonna get the pussy. You gonna get the neck. Now he said, y'all making hot tui move. What are you talking about? That's literally, isn't that what you just told the men to do? So they can get to the vagina?
She over here she over here finessing you, bro. You over here on that. You in slow motion. Wake the fuck up, bro. You gotta get on this shit, bro. On this ism, on this P, on this macking, dude, finessing, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
He gotta be from the Bay. I hope you talking like this, you better be from the Bay, bro. You better be from the Bay, bro. You trying to steal that Bay lingo like a motherfucker. This motherfucker eat 40 ounces. Crazy.
Give a fuck if she go to the job and get that paper. She better come home and share that shit. That's what you want to fucking impress me. Put the money in my motherfucking hand. I'm on the same shit you on. Fuck going on around here.
So y'all the high value men. You the high value man out here. You getting the paper and you getting the money, but you need a woman to come home and give you all of her money. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all. And the thing, and look, I can deal with you fucking busters. I can. Like, I can handle a certain amount of that shit. But y'all just gotta stay in a lane. Pick a lane and stay in it. Either you a high value man or you not. Y'all want it to be high value so bad. Cool. You a high value man. You cannot be a high value man. You cannot be a high value man and expecting her to give you her fucking check, my nigga. What high value man is asking this woman for her check? A pimp is not a high value man. A high value man is a high value man, not a pimp. I'm saying even based on well, you know what? You could be that's the thing about being a high value man. That's so fucking stupid. You technically could be a pimp and a high value man because it has nothing to do with your character or your morals, right? 6 feet, 6 inches, six pack. I'm sorry, 6 feet, 6 figures, six pack. So if you a pimp making 6 figures and you 6 feet and you got a six pack, yeah, I guess you a high value man. But I'm just saying that the way that the men use it typically, y'all be really talking about getting to your paper, getting to your bag and shit. But then here you go talking about you want a woman's money? You want her to give you her check? All right, bet.
Shit, I ain't goofy. I ain't lame, corny, green as fuck. None of that shit. I am not
You all of that.
a beta male. I'm an alpha sigma motherfucking dog. A real
Alpha Sigma? Mm-mm.
fucking stepper. Stop playing with me. Real shit. Fucking going on around this bitch.
He's somebody uncle. He maybe somebody parent, but he's somebody uncle. And he been around kids talking like this for the last, I don't know, 55 years.
Don't be mad at me because I'm on what you on. Shit, how you offended? Oh, I'm offended. You ain't no real man. Bitch, you ain't no real bitch. You ain't no real hoe. Shit, fuck. You ain't no real shorty. I ain't time entertaining and putting energy into, thinking about.
So are you trying to tell men to go pimp women? I'm confused. Is this whole thing about teaching men how to be pimps? I've been watching this shit. Now I'm starting to see. That's why I put them together, because is that what he's doing? Maybe I just cracked the code. You are trying to teach men to be pimps. I thought you were talking about relationships, but okay. So his whole thing is there's winners and losers, and somebody got to lose. So you might as well pimp her out. She gonna be the loser. But you were talking about getting cheated on and getting played. You know what? Let's continue. My man's got brain rot.
It's about life and then it's about love. But let me tell you something. Love don't love nobody. The sooner you find that out, the sooner you recognize that, the sooner you come to that conclusion, I think the better off everybody will be. Even if we find love, it's hard to stay in it. It's hard to find people.
So now we back to being in love. That's what I'm saying. So he's not talking about pimp. Okay. I was like, this nigga talking about pimping, but when you listen to him more, it's like, all right, he's not talking about pimping.
Who will love you back with the same amount of passion, put the same amount of energy into it, right?
You have never loved anybody.
Do you agree? Huh?
I'm so sick of you niggas acting like y'all actually know what love is and you know how to give it. You don't even know what love is. You don't know what it looks like. You just told these men to steal these women's paychecks. Like what?
Listen, women cannot.
Sorry, jump scare. This crazy.
Never be satisfied. Never content. No matter what you do, no matter what you give them. I could picture Adam in the Garden of Eden talking to Eve, talking about, well, God, everything, we got a good relationship with God. The weather's great every day. We got all these animals and stuff to interact with, the garden of food. We got all this fruit, all we could eat. We gonna live forever. And the woman turns to say, yeah, but I want more. It could be better. Let's really truly talk about the reasons that women stay in relationships with us. Comfort, convenience, control.
The projection is wild. That's what men stay in relationships with women for. Comfort, convenience, and control. The 3 C's. Yeah, I like that. That's men. How are women controlling us? I would like to know, how do women typically control men? Like, what does it look like?
Reproduction. Once they have kids with you, they have more of a reason to stay with you. And
1,000% this is men. I just got done making a video where the men was talking about I was talking about how men be using babies to trap women. Women can't even trap men with babies. Women can't even trap us. She get pregnant, we leave. She get pregnant, we leave. What the fuck can she do? Women cannot trap men with babies. That's dumb.
Fuck with you and rock with you and vibe with you. A lot of it has to do with reproduction. If you notice, most relationships break up and they start having their biggest struggle once the kids are 18 and over. Because women be like, oh, that's over with. How he had me trapped The thing that I was able to.
That's called empty nester syndrome. That's a known thing because you realize after the breakup, you don't have anything in common. And you may not even notice it while the kids are there. Everything's with the kids. Everything's centered around the kids or whatever. And you drifted apart. Now the kids are gone and you try to figure out how to reconnect. And oftentimes you're not able to reconnect. It is a known phenomenon. It's not something that women go through only. It's men and women go through this. Often men are the catalyst for this though, because what happens when you have kids is the man doesn't offer enough support, which doesn't give women the freedom to, and it doesn't give the couple enough freedom to stay connected. Men go to work and come home and then ignore all the duties of the home and the children. And it's hard to go on a date. It's hard for the woman to, look pretty and look nice and smell good and, wear, go buy lingerie every now and again and do the nice things she wants to do for her man or whatever. And he's not doing that for her. And then y'all not going out on dates and all of this stuff. And y'all not sitting down talking, having y'all conversations over coffee or having your conversations over dinner. Cause you're ripping and running when you get home. This kid done ate at this time. And then this kid got to eat at a different time because you're getting on different, and you become two ships passing in the night. And a lot of that is due to the lack of attention that the man is paying to the family, because if the man was able to support the mother the way that the mother needs and the woman needs, she would be able to do those things. She would have more freedom. She would have more time. She would be more whole herself. She would know who she was more, right? Because a lot of mothers are just that. A lot of women end up just being mothers at one point in time. They forget to be wives, and they forget that they're women because they put so much into being mothers. And that, to me, is directly connected to the man. She's doing that because she has to do it, because who the fuck else is doing it? The daddy's not doing it. The daddy's still a man. The daddy ain't much of a husband, and the daddy ain't much of a father, but the daddy is a man for sure. So he keeps his, he doesn't forget that about him. He has hobbies. He has friends that he spends time with. He has time to decompress, but the woman doesn't get that time. And then when the babies are gone, the man still is asking and requiring her to do all the labor. And she's like, why would I clean up after you? I used to clean up because the kids were here. So I cleaned up everybody's shit. But now it's just you and me. Why am I cleaning up after you? Why don't you clean up after yourself? Then the man go, huh? What do you mean? Ain't you still my wife? And she goes, yeah, I'm your wife for now, but I'm not cleaning up after you. That's crazy. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm retired. Here goes the friction. Here goes the rift. So yeah, that's what's going on. And your old ass should know that, but you ain't never been with nobody for long enough to figure that out. So I see.
Hold over his head and control him and manipulate him and finesse him with those children. That time is up. The children are grown. They left home. Most times that's when you have the biggest struggle in a relationship. As long as them kids, toddlers and infants and stuff like that, the women keep taking the man back because it's convenient for them. Because the men.
Think about what you're saying. Taking the man back, meaning she got rid of him. Why would she get rid of him if he was doing what he needed to be doing? If he was doing what he needed to do, why would she get rid of him? That doesn't make sense. So obviously she got rid of him because he was failing already. It was like, so you shouldn't be shocked. Like you're making, like, you even said it right. You literally just said what it was right there. She is getting rid of him, meaning that he has failed her in some way, shape, or form. And now the kids aren't there and she has no reason to take him back. How is that not a failure of the man? How is that a woman manipulating the man? If the only reason the man is able to come back is because of the kids, wouldn't that prove that he is actually the one using the kids?
Being in their life will make it more comfortable. If they have less options when they have those children and them toddlers.
If the man was making her life more comfortable the whole time, why would she get rid of him? That doesn't make sense. If the man was actually being controlled by her, why would she get rid of him? Based on what you're saying. Because that's what y'all think a woman, that's what it looks like when a woman controls a man, is like her asking him to fucking pull his weight in the home. Oh, you trying to control me. Yeah, men also. I just heard a man admit that on my live. He was talking about how his wife with his ex-wife would ask him to do stuff, and then he like wouldn't want to do it because he felt like she was bossing him around. And it was stuff he needed to do.
And stuff, and a baby on the hip and a baby in the stomach. Love don't love no motherfucking body. Girls ain't with you because they love you. Stop believing that shit. Bitch tell you, oh, I love you so much. Yeah, they love you for, it's transactional for what you provide. For how
you don't provide enough. But if women don't love us, if women didn't love us, we would have no shot with them. I know the only thing that saved my marriage was love. And I don't mean from me to her, I mean from her to me. The only thing that saved my marriage was the fact that my wife loved me. I mean, she still does love me, but that was it. If my wife didn't love me, we would have been, women save the love that they have for us saves our relationships sometimes. And a lot of times, most times it ends up hurting them because the man never gets the message and he never adapts and he never grows. So if women stop loving us, all right. I don't think men actually want, not that I don't actually think that. I know men don't actually want to see women act the way that men say women actually act. If women actually gave us the energy that men keep lying and saying women are giving us, man, y'all will be crashing out way tougher than this.
How comfortable you make them, how secure you make them feel, how you lead with your wallet, how you make everything all right. Will you be like a daddy to them?
Here y'all go infantilizing women, talking about leading with your wallet. How you lead with your wallet? That's a good thing.
Stop listening to these hoes tell you all these damn lies. Got you delusional, fooling you, making a jackass out of you.
Stop listening to all these women that we're actually in relationships with and who we want to remain in relationships with and who we want to get into relationships with. Stop listening to them. They don't know what they want. Listen to me, a lonely, bitter old man with fucking Terminator 2 glasses on.
There's nothing wrong.
This nigga look like he looked like he about to go get in a tanning bed. Take them trash ass shades off. He got on them motherfucking glasses that they give you when you go to the eye doctor and they put the drops in your eyes to dilate your pupils. Them glasses are stupid as fuck, bro.
Shoot, who don't want to smash some bitches? Who don't want to get thrown it up? Who don't want to slide past those teeth? Nothing wrong with that. But when you want to spend too much time around a bitch and with a bitch, it's going to lower your testosterone.
Wow.
Raise your estrogen.
Wow. 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 Spending too much time with a woman lowers your testosterone now? And maybe it does. I ain't saying it doesn't, but that is that's your selling point. But maybe we shouldn't. Maybe that's a natural thing. If it's happening, you guys love to talk about nature, right? Listen to what's going on. Y'all love to talk about nature. Men love to talk about how men are naturally this and women are naturally that. And none of it is true. But here you have a natural phenomenon that takes place. Because I actually do think that men, the more we're in relationships, our testosterone levels drop. But what if that is a function of nature? It needs to drop. That's the reason it drops. Why would it happen naturally if it didn't need to happen? Right? That doesn't make sense. It's not a bad thing that our testosterone levels drop because we have a woman. As long as they don't drop too much, they don't drop to dangerously low levels.
And your feminine qualities. See, women cleverly and smooth and in the background, they control and finesse shit.
He has not given us one example of how women do this, by the way.
I always act like they so charming and so wholesome and so clean and so innocent. Bitches just got a whole different technique. These hoes, they clever. It's not that they smarter than us, but you should be scared of them. Not like just in fear of them, but you have to deal with them with caution.
Telling men to be afraid of women literally leads to violence against women. When men get online and say, she cheating on you and stuff like that, all that stuff leads to violence against women. I know you don't care about that, but I'm just clocking that. I got to clock that. And like I said in the beginning, this is the kind of information that men are receiving from their elders, from the manosphere, from the man community online. They're literally telling the men, don't listen to the women, do the complete opposite of what the women do. And then, just projecting all the things that men do to women. They're just projecting that onto women and saying like, oh no, that's what women do. Or we both doing it. So if I win, then you can't blame me for winning, because there's nothing but winners and losers in a relationship, apparently.